Welcome my friends, Seven Gray here. Thank you for joining me for this episode. In my last episode I talked about my birthday, and one of my big birthday purchases was a Starlink network. So in this video I'm going to talk about Starlink and what it is. So for my birthday I purchased a Starlink kit. Starlink is a satellite network with internet data transfer. Very high speed. Runs about $130 a month depending on a couple of your options, and it's available in a home and RV version. So I purchased my home version about a week before the RV version was released. They're almost the same price, slightly different specs, and one is meant more for roaming, although I did pay a little extra fee which allows me to roam, so it's more or less the same thing. Anyway, today I'm going to unbox this thing, try to figure it out, and see how much faster it is versus my AT&T hotspot. This is the box I picked up a couple of days ago, and so I'm opening it up today. I just cut the tape off, and here's the inside. Just has a Starlink logo. I think there's lots of these videos that are done. This looks like just packing material here. Alright, this is the stand, I believe. I've seen a few videos of this thing. Eventually I think I want to put it up on a pole. For now, for testing purposes and figuring the thing out, I'm just going to use it like that. And this is the dishy, the actual dish portion itself. It's just a flat piece here with a curved back and then a pole. Now it appears that there's about 100 foot of cable, and I think this piece just slides in to the base here. Something like this. I would think that it would slide down in there. Maybe you have to press the button. I haven't read the instructions. I'm just using this. But anyway, that should lock into place here. And then I've got to run this cable into a box here. So there's this piece here, some plugs on the back, and a power cord. So I'm going to take a couple of minutes here and set this thing up. Well, I guess the instructions couldn't be much simpler than this. It has the dish here, and it shows hooking up the cable there, running it out to the box, and then plugging the box into the wall. And then you're supposed to go to the Starlink website and download an app for your smartphone to control the unit. So that is the entire instructions here. Okay, it took about 30 minutes or so for me to do like a change of address update to out here. I used a GPS location and figured out a couple of things with the little dishy thing. The little post down there has a notch on it. I just had to rotate it and then slipped right into place. This has 100 foot of cord. And just a few minutes ago it rotated around and pointed this direction up into the sky. So now I should have a good satellite connection. Alright, I have things just set up on the floor right now. I have the little router thing just on my floor. You can see it here. It's probably about 10 inches tall, a little like the size of a larger paperback book. Okay, so let's look at AT&T here on speed test and see what the speed is. Alright, so this is AT&T. This is just my regular hotspot. And we can see what the speed is that I'm getting with it, which is actually phenomenal here. I'm getting 25 megabits coming down, something like that. My last location down near Alamosa, I was getting about 2 to 3 megabits down. So that was AT&T at the last location, was 2 to 3. So this is probably some of the best connection for data I've had with AT&T. So may not be a great comparison. So here I'm getting 11 megabits going up. My last location I was getting about 3. Alright, so now I'm going to go over here and select the Starlink 7, as I call it. Alright, so we're connecting to Starlink 7. And it should change here in a second down here from AT&T on the bottom to the new location. for the Starlink here. Now it's going to SpaceX Starlink. And it's connecting. And it's going to do a test out of Denver. Alright, here we go. So 115 milliseconds for ping. And I'm getting 35. We'll run 2 tests. Alright, up to over 50. And coming down, or no, this is the uplink. So 53 coming down and only about 2 going up. Interesting. All right, we're going to do one more test. Let's see how the second one goes. Wow, that's way faster. So 60 milliseconds, I'm getting almost, that was up to 100 megabits there for a second. I think maybe we'll do 3 tests and see if it even gets faster. So 67 going down. Oh, but going up is not so great. 2, 3, 4, 5. Not super fast going up. But wow, look at that 67 coming down. Okay, it was at 8. All right, third test. Let's see if we can top the other 2. Maybe it just gets faster and faster every time. Wow, look at that. That's just crazy. 185, 190, 200. 200 megabits. It's getting faster and faster every time. Makes me want to do another test. In videos that I've been watching on YouTube of other users, if I were at the home address that this is registered to up in Montana, they say that normally you get around 300 megabits coming down. Well, you just saw right there it was almost 200. I'm really psyched because apparently you can get service in areas that you normally don't even have cell phone service, such as north of here there's sort of a black hole for cellular hotspots, and it's called Clear Creek Reservoir, and I'd love to camp there. It's right next to a reservoir, a little creek going through there, a big flat area. But in the past I could not get Verizon, could not get AT&T, could not get Sprint. It's a dead zone. So I'm sort of curious to go up there with Starlink and see if I can get a good data connection, because that would be a wonderful place to camp. So anyway, over the next few weeks I'll be able to play with this. I think this is a wonderful new gadget for my birthday. I love gadgets and gizmos, so this is a perfect gift to myself. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Savor the moment, and I'll see you in a future episode.